Hello, this is Mama Lou Tarot. Welcome to November, everybody. I thought I would start out with just doing a reading about energies come for the upcoming week and just see what pops out, see what the universe wants to share. I'm going to start out by having a couple cards pop out that just kind of about energies to be aware of in the next week and see what pops out. Okay, so energy that popped out, Eight of Wands. Funny enough, I saw one thing. Might get some cold weather. Oddly enough, that came out. Another thing is things like I see kind of culminating, like working towards a stuff that you've been working on, ideas you've had, different endeavors that you've been working on, things like that, kind of culminating and grouping together and kind of starting to form an actual picture. It's not a complete picture yet, but like things falling into place possibly. It may even be joining forces with other people to do that. There may also be a little bit of last minute travel involved if you're doing any kind of traveling or anything like that. Another thing I got was, this is weird, but watch out for spiders. Interesting enough. We also got the Devil card. So this, another energy is just kind of watch where your energy is going. There's a lot of times that the devil can come up for me, and it can feel like, that's a good way of putting it. Could you give me a little bit? It can be a little bit about the things that you think are really important may not be quite as important as they actually are. You're putting a lot of emphasis on something that you may not need to be putting emphasis on. Another thing is watch your drinking intake, your drug intake, your whatever it is, your extracurricular activities. It just might be a good time to kind of just keep them in check, balance them a little bit. Don't go overboard too much or anything like that. No judgment here. Do what you need to do or what you like doing, but it's just it may distract you from something that you maybe want to be doing just because it's with the Eight of Wands here. Don't let it distract you from noticing, cues or things like that. Like, oh, this is actually, I don't know, I'm getting a lot of like idiosyncrasies or not idiosyncrasies, more like synchronicities, honestly, a little bit with that. So just kind of keep yourself focused. The devil can be a very unfocused card where you're just kind of going by your whims, by your desires or whatever it is that you're wanting. And so I see the devil card as just kind of be like, if you're looking for advice for the week, I would just kind of be like, where am I putting a lot of my energies and what am I missing because I'm indulging too much in something else that I could be not indulging in. You also got the Knight of Swords. I would pay attention to your dreams this week. Pay attention to your dreams. Also be aware of emotional vampires. That's a big thing I get. Just being drained, taking the time to rest, taking the time to I don't know, like focus your thoughts. When you get so many thoughts, it's really difficult to really focus them. And this card always reminds me of sometimes that racing head feeling, that turning, just go, 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 go. It can just be a wear out. It can just be a total energy suck. And so I just really recommend, as far as the next week goes, of just not letting worry or fear or all those horrible feelings, guilt, shame, coulda, woulda, shouldas, all that stuff. Those things might be plaguing you right now, and so this is kind of the energy of just watch out for that. Don't let things overwhelm you. It kind of looks like with the Eight of Wands and stuff like that, there could be some good things coming in, and so all this is just a distraction. The Devil card, the Nine of Swords, this is all a distraction that is not going to help you in achieving whatever goals or dreams or aspirations that you may have. The last one I got for this one is the Seven of Swords too. So be careful of almost stealing your own joy, stealing your own power. Do you ever have that feeling of where you're like walking really, like, I don't know about you, but there's certain people I'm around where no matter what, I'm walking on eggshells around. You don't know what their mood is. You don't know what am I getting the fun one today, or am I getting the horrible, I gotta be a certain way with this person kind of a thing. So again, all of these, it feels like this week, beware of distractions, beware of energy sucks, beware of people trying to almost call attention to themselves just because they need attention. What else could that be? Careful people with ulterior motives. I know that's kind of vague and not really helpful, and we'll pull more cards and stuff like that, but there's a little bit about just watch your back a little bit. Don't let anybody, there's also a little bit here of tread carefully on your behalf. If there's a difficult situation, treat it delicately. This is not a time to blow up. This is not a time to call someone out. This is not a time to just be like, I'm done with your shit. I'm gonna just ruin you. This is not the time for that. This feels very much like tread lightly. In regards to relationships, you may have this urge and this feeling, and I don't know if it's just because the time of the year or what it is, but there is an urge to try to create drama when there's no drama. I don't know, like, let's put it in a relationship situation. You're in a relationship situation and everything's going good, but a little too good. So then you start getting suspicious, and then you start checking their phones, or you start doing these things, and you start wondering, okay, it took you an extra 5 minutes to get home. What did you do? What were you doing? Where were you at? It's almost, and I feel it's almost seasonal and that sort of thing where don't create suspicion when there's no suspicion. Now, if you have a valid reason or you get actual proof of something, that's one thing, do your thing. But this almost feels a little bit like it's getting to the cold time of the year. There's not much activities going on. I'm not able to be very social. So it's almost drumming up shit that is in your head, because you got the Nine of Swords, you got the Devil. It's all those things that want to feed into that, monkey brain part of us, or lizard brain part of us. That's not helpful. So that's just one of those things that I see from that. I'm going to pull some more cards, though, because this is kind of interesting energy, and I want to just see what else the universe has to say. So we're going to go with that. Ooh. See what we got. We got the Lovers. I'm using the Witch's Tarot for some clarifiers. We got the Moon. The first deck I used, these guys, those were Threads of Fate. We got the Moon. We got the Shadow. And we got the Three of Swords. Yeah, this is kind of going into that thing that I was talking about. I don't know why this is the message for this week, but this is what we're getting. But there is a little bit of self-sabotage feelings. Watch out, everybody. Be careful. There is, you do have the Lover's card, which is great, and it can be for love. It can be. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not a big relationship reading person, so I try and read a little bit deeper than just relationships, but relationships can be deep too, so neither here nor there. The Lover's card can also be about you taking the time this like fall to almost connect with your higher self, connect with the other half of you, because you did get the shadow side. So this may be where you can do a little bit of shadow work, because in between those two is the moon, which can be that finding your path. And to find your actual path, you know, if you're doing a spiritual journey, you do need to really do your shadow work, and you do need to work on your light work, and you need to kind of figure out how to accept both parts of yourself, because they are both you. So this is like taking in all of those parts, taking in these parts, and then finding your path in the middle. And some of that does require, you know, following your gut a little bit, but the other part of the moon that I get from this is as humans, we really do a good job of lying to ourselves, or placating ourselves, or telling ourselves what we think we want to hear, or making these excuses, doing those sorts of things. And then at the end, we got the Three of Swords, which is just leading to heartache. When you're not honest with yourself, when you're not honest about what it is that really happened, like not just your slanted point of view, not just your, you know, shade part. It's just like, what actually happened? What did I do to contribute to this? What am I continuing to do it to contribute to these things that I actually don't like about myself, or that I want to change in myself, or that I need to work on? I mean, no judgment here, because I still deal with this all the time. So this is like actually working on your, okay, is it working on your spirit, working on your soul, doing these sorts of things, and being 100% honest with yourself. Because even the energy of like the Devil card up here, this is breaking out of those illusions that we tell ourselves, the lies we tell ourselves, the excuses we make, things like that. And the only way that you're ever going to really connect with who you really are, your purpose, your life path, whatever you believe in, you have to start with at least being honest with yourself. I mean, that's I'm like stuttering now, but I mean, that's the most important part. Plus, also facing the things that you've already dealt with. This is a big part of shadow work, is do you need to forgive yourself? Do you need to forgive someone else? I'm not saying forgive means like let someone back in. No, none of that shit. No, this is more like, you know, accepting you're human. As much as, you know, like I love my kids or something like that. And I give them a lot of leeway because I love them. I give very much leeway to myself. And that just is kind of that whole point of dealing with the shadow work, the moon, the lovers, the Three of Swords, is what I'm getting from this, is that treat yourself at least as good as you treat the people that you love, or the people that are close to you, or your friends, or your family, or your chosen family, whatever that is. Because this is like, you're going to continue to break your own heart, and you're going to continue to be disappointed because you haven't set appropriate expectations for what it is that's reasonable, or that you want to be doing. Yeah, I'm going to leave that at that. take it or leave it as you will. But that's what I got from that one. Let's pull some more. See what else we got popping out for us. Hey, universe. What you got for us? Sometimes I get different messages too that just come in. If there's someone listening named Bradley, Brad, could even be Randall. There might be something in this for you. Okay. Yeah, you got 7 of Swords again. 7 of Swords again. This is a repeat of the overall energy that we got before. Sorry, still learning how to deal with this camera thing. So, again, this may be something about, you know, are you stirring shit up or is there real shit? Is there someone really lying, cheating, stealing, doing something like that? If so, yeah, watch your back. If you're just kind of making it up, though, be careful of that. There is something else about this, about being a, why did I get that word? I got this. Being a tiger. Like going behind enemy lines, getting some information, and then coming back with it and using it. I don't know what that is about, but maybe that resonates with someone. It could be something about, too, about being tactical, being smart with something. Someone, okay, this is something, someone may have stolen an idea from you, but they only kind of got a bit of it. And something like that. This also might be about using the skills that you have that will help you along your life's path. I don't know where that came from, but in this card, I saw the moon, right? And it's shining down on him, and he's being covert. He's being, you know, sneaky. He looks like a little spy or something like that. And you did get the moon in the previous card. So there could be something about what is this? Could you help me with that, please? All right. Okay, so if you live in a city, this pops up too. Look in the background. He's out, and there's a city in the background. You may find, that sounds weird. You may find, okay, so you know, like when you're just doing your regular day-to-day stuff, and you're in your head, and you know what tasks you need to do, and you know what jobs are required, and you kind of start doing that whole thing. And then you go and you take some time away where you can turn off the head, you can turn off the thoughts, you can turn those things off. And you go out on a hike, or you go out in nature. The reason why that's coming up is because it looks like he's out, you know, on like a, I don't know, almost gonna look like he's going out on a, like an excavation trip or a field trip or something like that. Because he's storing all these extra feathers in his backpack, like he's like mushroom foraging or something like that. Like going out and like grabbing, you know, like going out in nature and something like that. And almost like that leaving and going out, he actually gets sparked with an idea, or nature almost gives him a thought or an epiphany or something like that. I know that's weird. That may be for like one person or something like that, but that's what's popping out with that one. So take it as it resonates. What do we get here? Oh, we got the Empress card. Again, another nature card. She's very confident. She's very sure of herself. In this deck, It's literally, her womb is the earth. It's a beautiful card. This is the Light Seers Tarot. Randomly, this could be for one of you or something like that. Watch out for pregnancy. If you don't want to be pregnant. If you do want to be pregnant, it might be a good thing for you. Just because it's with these ones, it almost looks like, okay, funny enough, it almost looks like a possible, like, one night stand, and then pregnancy from the one night stand. So be careful out there, anybody who doesn't want to get pregnant, because that might be a possibility for you with someone who isn't really, like, when you go out with someone, you go out and then you meet someone and they seem great and, there's attraction and everything like that. They may be putting on a front, or it may not be what they seem. Seven of Swords can be liar, cheater, stealer. So just watch out for that if you're out and about, that you don't get taken in by a scammer or a liar, cheater, stealer, whatever. Like I said, that's not for everybody. That's just, if you're not looking for that sort of thing, I can also see this as a project or something of yours that you feel like is your baby. You really feel like it's something that you're just like nurturing and growing and trying to do. This could be a business, this could be an idea, this can be a skill, a talent, like if you're a musician, you're really working on learning a new instrument, or you're working on writing a new song, or you are, it could even be building something. I see someone like, even like, I don't know if you're in, rural people, I could see making, like digging a pond and creating a pond for like ducks and geese or something like that. But then I also could see, I saw a tree fort. I don't know what that's about. So there could be some little side projects that you might be working on. And then you got the Fool. So this is like a new beginning for you too. It seems like with all of these energies here that we got at the beginning, that, with the Seven of Wands and the Devil and the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords, it's almost like, be aware right now, because you're about ready to start a new beginning, a new something, a new adventure, a new job, a new relationship, a new creative endeavor, new business, any of those sorts of things. That's what that looks like to me. And so all of the overall energies for this week is kind of like just getting you mentally strong, getting you mentally prepared, getting your boundaries up, getting those sorts of things figured out, because you're about ready to take a leap of faith, and you need to know your path is. This is not a time, this doesn't feel like a full moment of, well, I'm just going to fly by the seat of my pants and see what happens. This seems almost like you're about ready to take this leap, and you need to get your ducks in a row. That's what I get from that. Okay. You got the Eight of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, this could be a new work opportunity or a new business or something like that. The thing is that it almost seems like you're coming up with a way of doing something, because the Eight of Swords is, very blocked in mentally. So this could be almost something like it's not like it's new, but it's a new way of doing something, or it's a new way, like there's a product or something. Like, let's say you've invented a broom that I don't know, mops too. I'm not anyways, it's that kind of an idea where you're taking something that's already kind of established, but you're putting this youthful, new, this is new times. This is an old thing, but I think we've kind of locked ourselves into, this is the only way that this can be done. And it's almost like coming up with a new way of doing things, because then you got the Queen of Wands, which man, she's a firecracker. So she is the one that is just like, we're going to create. I am inspired. I am inspiration itself. These are the things I'm going to do. So there's something here about yeah, like, everybody is so short-sighted. I have this idea, or I have this thing. This could be in relationships too, where people think that all relationships need to be the same. It doesn't feel very relationshipy to me, but I mean, in that context, if you're looking for a relationship, this could be like, it may not be like the ones you've had before, and that's okay. It actually might inspire you and drive you a little bit more, because it's not same old, same old. So that's kind of what I get from this. But like I said, it doesn't feel very relationshipy to me. This feels very much more like, this is the way we've always done it. This is the way I've been taught. I'm not told to ask questions. I'm not told to give my ideas or my input. I am very stuck. Like, they just want me to be a rat in the wheel. No talking. That kind of a feeling. But you really have this idea of like, wait a second. It's almost like a fresh feeling, because it's the Page of Pentacles is, you know, the beginning stages of an idea or a thought or a tangible thing in this elemental world, but that you can come up with, and he's cherishing it. Like, he's looking at it, he's observing it, almost be like, wait a second. I think I know that we could totally do this a different way. So this may be even you going to your boss and be like, hey, I have a new way that we can do this, and it'll save us money, or blah, blah, and you might get a promotion to the Queen of Wands. Or this could be like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to go out on my own, start my own business. Same sort of outcome. So interpret it how it fits with you, but that's very much the vibes I'm getting from this. Because of that, I am going to pull one of these. Let me see if I can. This is all about work and career. I know, super fun topic, but at least we can add it into this week's reading and see what pops up. This is actually who is this? It's called The Sovereign Oracle by Theresa Pridemore. I picked this up at a fair, honestly, and it's all about career, creative endeavors, things like that. Plus they're little and cute, so yeah, we'll try it out and see if anything pops up for this week. Oh, we got 2. All right, let's see what it is. All right, we got Ask. I'm just going to read it because, you know. Requesting aid takes courage. Verbalize your need for support. Give someone the gift of being an important part of your hero's journey. Delegate it to your guides. It's kind of interesting. We did just get, we just had Samhain yesterday, where it was a great time to connect with ancestors. I don't know if any of you guys did that. If you did, you may have gotten some information from them. I know that, you know, astrologically and things like that, that they were pretty keen on giving some help on finding paths moving forward. So I don't know what your beliefs are, but if you did any kind of rituals or spells or anything like that to contact your ancestors, that may be a little bit about it. Ask them for guidance. I did also see here, you know, give someone the gift of being an important part of your own hero's journey. And that very much feels very much like the first 4 cards that we got. You know, it's like getting your shit together is the best thing that you can do for you and all those around you, to be quite honest. I mean, when you're on it and you're not straying or anything like that, you actually can get to this 8 of Wands moment much easier than if you're almost fighting against it and delaying it. That's what I can get from that. All right, the other one is refine. A tweak is needed. Don't start over just yet. Consider partnering with a gifted editor or mentor. A new level of mastery is calling you. That's kind of what we were talking about before. You know, like the tweaking part of it, like you see something that's being done a certain way. You may even be, like you're like, hey, I wanna do this started this business. Everybody's doing it this way, so then you start just doing it that way because you think that that's how you become successful, and that may not always be the case. Sometimes just changing something a little bit gives you a niche, like gives you this like little leg up where you're just a little bit different. And that's okay because that actually makes you cool, So do that sort of thing. Partnering up with someone, like I said, even when I told you about this, even if it's, if you like your job and you want to be helpful and stuff like that, then yeah, give your boss some like, hey, I had this idea about how we could be a little bit more profitable, or we could be a little bit more whatever. Capitalism, boo. But whatever. But do what you need to do because that may actually help. I did notice the thing about consider partnering with a gifted editor or mentor. If any of you are writing a book or music or, I don't know, planning out a comedy routine or anything like that, find someone that you trust that will be brutally honest with you and that can give you some pointers and some tips and take them. Honestly, don't get defensive or anything like that, because the whole point is if you do want to succeed and be successful, if you can't take criticism from the people you love, maybe that's not the industry for you or whatever it is. But this all seems very creative, which I like. All right, so before we get done, I wanted to pull some music, some of the musical oracle. These are cards I made myself. My love language is music, as it were, and so I find that music can speak to people in very deep ways. Sometimes it's like literally one word or one sentence in the middle of a verse or a chorus that it just for some reason hits something with someone. And so I wanted to just pull a couple of these oracle cards for the week. Feel free to listen to them. I just use them. I just listen to them through Spotify, but you can find a lot of these on YouTube as well, where you just listen to them and see how they hit you this week. I find that, like I said, I find that they are really helpful for me. All right, so I'm gonna. Oh wow, that's a lot. We got a lot this week, guys. Just so you know. So this is for a lot of different people. A lot of different people and a lot of different situations. I'll try and link, or I'll try and at least put the names and the artists in the comments, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, one for every day of the week. How's that sound? So we got 7 oracle cards. The first one we got is Middle Fingers by Missio. The key line in this one that I just put down is, I don't like the music other people tend to share, hate your loser lyrics, middle fingers in the air. This is, the notes that I have on this is living on the fringe of society, the naivety of youth, love it, saying fuck it and speak your truth, acknowledging life's sucky limits, and commercialism. I did bring up that a little bit before. Capitalism, boo, that sort of thing. So, if you're feeling that way, go with that song. We got Rebellion by Arcade Fire. Now Here's the Sun, It's Alright, Lies, Lies. Now Here's the Moon, It's Alright, Lies, Lies. Lies we are told, usually by authorities, religion, or parents. Deception and deceit. Unrealistic expectations from outside forces. This feels a lot like the Devil card that I had before. That and the 7 of Swords, which you got doubles of. And so that could be just a little bit about, just watch your back a little bit. And not everything is as it seems, and something that may seem great, you know, like, I don't know. If something sounds too good to be true, it's probably not true. It also pulls up this for me for a little bit. Just in that, I'm sure you've heard this before, but it's that whole don't ask questions. We've told you what the answer is. That's the answer. And you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. No, that's the answer. And if you don't agree with me, you're crazy pants. That sort of a thing. So just be careful of that. Oh, I love this one. Okay, we got Golden Lonesome by Glorietta as well. Better to kill it quickly than to slowly watch it die. Anxiety of being alone. Breakup hangover. That's fun. Emotional sickness. Blindsided by relationship ending. This has a lot of the feelings of that Three of Swords. These are those things that, you know, did you not see the red flags? Or did you just tell yourself you didn't see the red flags? Did you try and gloss over some of those little things that you may have done that caused this problem? Maybe. So, I'm going to leave it at that. So Down by Mother. All right. And I believe in the pain, man. Yeah, I believe it's the way to find peace again. This is like learning from the loss, which kind of ties into this one again. Take as much time as you need. The effort is there. Keep at it. Shake the depression off. There is no wrong way to heal as long as you are trying. And I feel like that's a little bit like these guys too. You know? Like, when it comes down to it, it's not going to break you. You're not going to break. You can do this. You've done it before. You're going to make it. You know, it's a little bit of like, you got it. That's my rah-rah for the episode. That's as happy as we get with that one. Okay. Ooh, yay. We got Grace Kelly by Mika. I tried to be like Grace Kelly, but all her looks were too sad, so I tried a little Freddie. I've gone identity mad. Changing for other people to accept, like, or understand you, plotting, or putting on masks to fit in, being what other people want rather than accepting yourself. And that, I feel, very much comes into where we were talking about, you know, be careful this week about, you know, the Devil card, the Nine of Swords, you know, like overthinking, trying to, you know, win people over, trying to it's when you don't even accept yourself, that's when all, like, the anxiety really comes up. So this is just about, like, you don't have to be anything that you're not. You don't have to be anything that people expect you to be. You don't have to do things the way people expect you to. You are your own person, and you're great as is. See, look at me. I'm very positive today. It's great. Okay. Cruel and Beautiful World by Grouplove. This one is I'm trying to find my way there. It's been too long since I've been myself and my eyes can't see anymore. This is finding yourself amid the chaos, grounding and centering yourself, hold on to what you have and keep doing your best. There's a lot of very much, again, I keep going back to the overall energy of this week of, yeah, like, you're doing okay, just don't get overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. It's all right. You're about ready to have this fool's journey moment. This is the part where you just gotta, you know, like right before, I used to do like, I was a bartender at an event center, and it is total fucking chaos right before lights up, right? Like everybody is running around. It looks like it's never going to come together. It's not going to happen. And then everybody's like like right at the time that it starts, but they did it. So so this has a little bit of that, like, I understand everything may seem a little bit up in the air right now, but you're gonna pull it together. The show will go on, like that kind of a feeling. I don't know. I even got just right there, the whole show will go on. There's some sort of message about if you're doing some sort of production, a play, a film, yeah, there's something about that it's actually going to go okay. I don't know what that means, but it's actually going to go smoother than you think, and it's going to have positive, what is that, reviews, or like it'll be a positive outcome, whatever it is that you're working on as a creative endeavor. It's going to have a good, that may be only for a couple of you, but that's what I got with that. The last one is Exile by Taylor Swift and Bon Iver. All this time, I never learned to read your mind, never learned to read my mind. I couldn't turn things around, you never turned things around, because you never gave a warning sign. I gave so many signs. This is jealousy, regret, rear view is 2020, miscommunication, body language, hints, red flags. And again, this kind of comes up again. So, and that brings up, what I was talking about here, red flags and stuff like that. So if there is, if you're not just causing drama because you're bored, but you actually have a good reason for feeling that something might not be 100% on the up and up, that's fine. Red flags are red flags for a reason. Creating drama is not a red flag. A red flag is an actual, something that doesn't jive with your vibes or your spirits or whatever that is. So just be careful with that. I kind of like that they gave us 7 songs so that you can listen to them. I hope that you like them. Feel free to make comments or anything like that if there was anything that really hit for you. But that's what I got for this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'm sure I'll be back again. Bye. Thanks for coming.